Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to tie a Blagdon buzzer nymph. It was designed by a fellow called Dr Bell of Wrington, who was a GP in that village and surrounding areas after World War One, right the way until his death of 1974. So he regularly fished Blagdon Lake in the years following World War One, where he sought to devise better methods of catching reservoir trout. So there is a book, Dr Bell of Wrington, written by Adrian V W Freer. And what Dr Bell did was, at the day, people mainly fished attractor patterns, but he'd studied the creatures that the fish were eating and targeting, and then designed artificial patterns which replicated them. And he was one of the pioneers of imitative patterns on reservoirs. And then he retrieved them in a manner which mimicked their progression through the water. And he's probably the first angler to implement such an imitative approach to reservoirs. And his Blagdon buzzer nymph is the forerunner of the multitude of buzzer patterns employed today. And there's another little gem of a book, Dr Bell's Trout Flies. And in this book, this is where the pattern's taken from, this one here. You'll notice that the pattern there's a bit fatter in the body, but I like buzzer nymphs to be nice and slim like the originals, and this one has caught on chew actually, not on Blagdon. So in the vise, let's get started. In the vise, I am putting a fulling mill. The pattern calls for a wet hook, and in the vise, I'll put a fulling mill, competition, heavyweight championship size 10. So let's get this tied and get going. Less talking. So it did say a wet hook, and this is a good wet hook, nice and strong. So we take off cut the tail off, and then we want a fine gold tinsel. Which will get tied in. Try not to catch the thread on the barb of the hook. Take it round a little bit, but not too much. If you look at buzzers in the water, they wriggle, but they are quite straight. Now, his pattern called for a black floss. Because I want to keep it nice and slim, we're using a black. This is a Uni 8 nought. There are other threads available, but I like this one. So he has got other patterns in the book, Charixas, beetle patterns. So it's worth having a look at the book. This is quite a good one. Ranges in price depending on, I think there was so many made, or so many published, 80 odd I think, so they're the more expensive ones, but there is sort of generic paperback one. Okay, so once we've got that in, let's start ribbing it. Just bring the rib up, nice even turns, keeping it nice and uniform. And it's a simple pattern, not many materials, which is good. Scissors, and take that off. I will put a list of the materials required in the description. So here is a white antron. Well, this is a polyester yarn, a white polyester yarn, but I like this one because when you put a bit of UV light on it, it actually glows up quite nice. And I'm not sure if that helps or not, but I think anything that stands out from other buzzers on the day can make the difference. And he left this little white collar quite long. I'm going to trim that off there. Bring that back up, tidy that up. So we start to build a bit of a head. And then for the throat, some Mallard. Let's get this off. Let's get the Mallard in. That down and underneath. Yeah, that's it. And then start to build a little head. Just trim that away. Right, cutting it. There we go. And that is as simple as it gets on this pattern. A nice, quick and easy pattern. It says in the book as well that you can use other colours for the body. Instead of black, use red or green, ginger. He tied different patterns, and they all appeared to work well. So we just finish off on the head, and then drop a little bit of varnish on it, and that is all done. So there you go, the Blagdon Buzzer Nymph, a really simple pattern devised by Dr Bell for fishing the Blagdon and Somerset reservoirs. Hope you've enjoyed the tie. If you like it, please like and consider subscribing, and I'll see if I can tie some more patterns from that book.